Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to be watching the first episode of the Volume 7 of RWBY. So, man, you guys just can't imagine how happy I am to be doing this. Since I started making these reaction videos, this was one of the biggest objectives I had in mind, and it was actually part of like why I started making this. It was mostly because of RWBY. So it was like about 1 year ago, since I started watching people reacting to anime and to other stuff that I like. And it was at that point that I discovered this new world, and it was like so interesting to me, and I always loved to see how other people reacted to to all of these scenes that happen in these RWBY volumes. And it was something that I like at that time. It was something I really wanted to do as well. I also wanted to show you guys my reaction to all of these moments, because when I started watching RWBY, I wasn't like expecting anything out of it. I was like not really used to watching as like this sort of anime. It's not like entirely an anime, but it's almost the same thing. But I was not really like into it being like in English voicing. So like when I watch anime, it's always in Japanese and with English subs. So I was like not really knowing what to expect from RWBY. But going like when I started watching, and when I like going through volume 1, 2 and 3 and all of those ones, I started to enjoy it a lot. And I must say that the voice actors of RWBY, they really did like a phenomenal job. I was not expecting much from them. I guess I was not really like looking forward to like a good voice acting, mostly because I am used to the Japanese ones being like so good and being so emotional as well. But I must say, like going through all of these volumes, the voice actors improved a lot. And even with the first season, I instantly noticed that it was actually good, and I instantly started liking it. So it was a really good journey to watch all of these episodes, and I instantly fell in love with this series. Like, to be honest, all of these characters and all of this story, it always amazed me. And even like every single episode was like so interesting to me, like everything that happened on screen, and especially this phenomenal music that this series has, like from Jeff Williams and Casey. It's just so phenomenal. And I mean, it was like one objective I instantly had some months ago when I started creating these reaction videos. I basically told to myself, I really want to be able to react to the volume 7, since I wasn't able to like to react to the past ones, because I had already watched them. But yeah, this was basically one of the biggest objectives I had in mind since I started this. And I just can't wait to like start the first episode and watch what these characters are going to do. So with that, as I said, I'm really curious. Uh, Also, we all know that Crow is going to be voiced by a different actor now because of the situation that most of you guys are aware of. But I don't really want to go too deep on that. But yeah, I just hope that this new guy can like be as good as the old Crow and not like change the character. But from what I've seen in the trailer and in the season premiere, it already looks pretty cool, and the voice sounds almost identical. So it shouldn't like be a problem, but we'll see through all of these episodes in this volume. But I mean, I just wish the guy good luck, and I hope he can do like a good job with all of this voicing. So yeah, really curious to see like everything that's going to happen now in Atlas. And also the first thing that I have in mind is how they're going to like decide to get these new outfits, and what's going like to trigger the changes, and who's going to do it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And as I said, I'm like really excited for this. As you guys can see, I'm like a big RWBY fan, and I just want to enjoy this series to the fullest. And I also hope you guys enjoy all of these episodes, and of course, all of my reactions to all of these episodes. But yeah, anyway, with all of this, I hope you guys are ready, and let's start the first episode. And we waited almost 1 year for this. This is how it ended.
Manta 5-1, welcome home.
Exactly how it ended.
Please continue your approach to Atlas Docking Bay Omega 12. A security team will meet you there. Over.
I don't understand. What's happening here?
I don't know.
But we are here. We got the lamp to Atlas, so I guess we'd land and get some answers.
I'm not so sure. I've never seen our forces deployed so aggressively before. If we land in a stolen ship, there's no way the security team will let us anywhere near Ironwood. They might even take me back to my father.
Yeah, that would not be good.
So... Winter. Put some distance between us and the fleet.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And I can already notice some improvements in the quality. This looks pretty good. Look at the lightning effects. I don't think we had these in volume 6.
Uncertain times. And while that may be the case for the rest of the world, I can tell you what is certain. The kingdom of Atlas will remain strong, and it will remain safe. That is my promise.
Ironwood with the birds is
General Ironwood.
beard
He looks...
as well.
tired.
James, what have you been doing?
We'll see what they're up to. Oh.
This isn't right. None of this is right.
Manta 5-1, we've noticed a detour in your route. You are to make your way to Docking Bay Omega 12 immediately. Do you copy? Over.
We're kind of running out of time here, kids.
We need to ditch the ship.
Agreed. Get lost in Mantle and buy ourselves some time.
I'm telling you, my sister can take us to Ironwood.
Weiss?
What's happening?
A reminder.
Huh?
Failure to cooperate with Atlas military personnel is a punishable offense. If your sector is
Winter?
under lockdown, please
No offense, Weiss.
Damn.
I'm not sure that's a good idea anymore.
There's obviously something very wrong. If we can just talk to her, then we...
Look, I'm not even sure we should be talking to Ironwood until we know exactly what's going on with Mantle.
But everyone calm down. I know someone who can help with both.
Manta 5-1, you are to make your...
Jeez, lady, take a hint.
Yeah, they don't care about you. We need to investigate. Man, but these lightning effects are really on point. It's much better than Volume 6. Like, they improved the shadows and all of these lights. Really good.
Come on now, hurry. It shouldn't be much of a walk.
Is this many soldiers normal?
Show your
No.
teeth.
At least, I didn't think so. Huh?
For the drone. You're being watched. She gonna punch it. Or a cake that works. And a truck.
Maybe
Holy
we should pick
damn.
up the pace.
Damn,
You have to
Yang,
remember,
what have you
The
done?
kingdom had just lost the Great War. The people of Mantle needed a sign of a brighter future, and that sign was Atlas. After all, a home in the clouds is about as bright as it gets.
We are here for your safety. Thank you for your cooperation.
Whoa.
Unless you're the one having to look up at it.
This whole city, it just seems awful.
Yeah? You don't like it here? There's plenty of space out in the tundra.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Atlas is the greatest kingdom in the world, all right?
Hey!
We can't cause a scene.
The embargo's got us in a rough patch, but it'll blow over. You'll see.
We try and help the other kingdoms, and this is what happens? I say let them rot!
I apologize. I didn't mean to insult you.
Stupid faunists like you wouldn't
Oh. Yep. That's wise. You're not gonna tell her that.
It was worth it.
Yep. That's the queen. Man. I mean, the guy was drunk, so.
Hey, wait!
Guess he has an excuse.
We are here for your safety. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, we know that there's Grim around.
Ah, it's
The
good to
faunus.
see you again, old friend.
Ah, yes. Have we met?
Well, this is off to a fantastic start.
Cybernetic optical implants? You adjust them every 10 years or so?
Oh, it's him.
Maria! Yes, with the cybernetic optical implants.
Oh, damn.
Adjust them every 10 years or so. Oh, wow. Has it been that long already?
Ah, I know. I age like a fine wine. Would have been here sooner if I hadn't run into these jokers. At the time, I thought they might need my guidance while fighting a little old sphinx.
Oh, did they?
No. They had much more complicated issues.
And this is...
So impatient. I didn't think I'd need to introduce one of Atlas's finest minds.
Working in a place like this?
He likes to keep a low profile. Something I've come to realize none of you know anything about.
You can call me Pietro.
Finest heart, too. This pharmacy is just where he volunteers when he's not building the future of Atlas alongside Ironwood up in the clouds.
Oh, it's stuffy up there. Down here, I get to help the locals and have a little fun. I'm currently working on shoes that make you dance. You want to try them on?
Alright.
Yes!
Oh no, of course, Norl.
Before we get to that, we were wondering if you could help us. We came to Atlas hoping to talk with General Ironwood, but,
What exactly has been happening here?
Yeah.
The fall of Beacon took a toll on all of us. James was no different. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was he saw there, but it changed him. He's
scared.
paranoid would be the more appropriate term. You have to understand, it wasn't just the Grim. Someone completely dismantled Atlas security code, made it their plaything, and made us look like traitors to some and buffoons to everyone else.
Yeah.
Whoever managed to do that is either a genius or one of our own. I fear the answer may be both, and so does the General.
Maybe Atlas isn't as safe as we thought.
After we came all this way, we can't just leave, can we?
How does the council feel about all of this? Or Winter Schnee? Do you know anything about her?
Well, the council's so scared they'll agree to whatever he wants. Though some representatives from Mantle are... Wait, your wife Schnee.
Yep.
wait, what was it that you were trying to say about Mantle?
You painted it.
What?
Is everything okay?
Oh, he's the one who did that for her.
Team Ruby.
You know us?
Oh, he's the one who built that arm for Yang.
Girl, I do. I most certainly do. And I feel like such a dunce for not recognizing you sooner. My daughter's told me so much about you.
Your daughter?
Trouble.
Wait!
Who's his daughter? Don't tell me it's Penny. I mean, right now I'm wondering if he's the one who built all of this technology.
I guess the city defenses aren't doing much.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
This is what we saw in the season premiere. Yeah, those robots can do anything. There she goes. The animation looks insanely good. So far it's pretty noticeable. The quality improvements. Damn. RWBY is always so cool. And why is the queen just really powerful? His combos though, I love it. Helping each other. Oh damn! Who did that? Who's doing this? Special robot? Wait! Is that Penny? What? They rebuilt her! Oh my god.
Penny!
No, this is crazy.
Why don't you say hello to your friends?
Is she the same? She has like the memories. The patience. Oh my god. Of course, she goes instantly to RWBY. I can't believe this is happening. Like how?
It is such a pleasure to see you all again.
Penny,
It's good to see you.
I thought you...
That Raven.
I guess in a manner of speaking, she did. But we were able to recover her core from Amity Arena once it had made its way back to Atlas.
Oh, the core.
Some time, but
I'm as good as new. Better
Oh
even.
my
And
god.
now I'm the official protector of the city.
that's my girl. We're not going to let a little ripping to shreds stop us, are we?
No, sir.
This is...
I'm so happy.
Strangely wholesome. Sounds like
Yep.
Penny to me.
We have so many things to catch up about. I
Oh yeah, you have. Man, I can only imagine how people are reacting to this.
Let's talk more later. I can't wait to hear
This is
about
so
all your
big.
adventures. I'm very excited for the whole experience.
And she's fun as always.
I can't tell if I completely understand what's going on or have like a million questions.
Yeah, exactly.
I have about 1,000 answers. But let's get out of this weather first.
I have absolutely no idea who that child was. Is she important somehow?
That was unexpected.
Important?
Never at
Holy
all,
shit,
but
that's an
I wouldn't say
understatement.
Unwelcome. I was honestly expecting things to go a lot rougher.
Man, I can only imagine the community about this. Wait, what is this? Oh. Yeah, it's the thing we saw in the trailer. Who are these guys?
Good work, team.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, pal! I'm a licensed huntsman. Just help save everyone?
like soldiers there? Hmm.
Let's get them loaded into the next transport.
Please! We were just trying to help!
What is the meaning of this? What are the Aesops even doing down here in Mount?
Ops?
Doctor, good to see you. Well, we heard a report of an unauthorized ship making an unauthorized landing, followed by an unauthorized use of weapons by non-licensed huntsmen.
If we could just talk this out.
They'll be able to talk this out once they get up to Atlas. Let's move out.
Gonna be taken into custody.
Now this is
Worked
much
out well.
closer to what I was expecting.
Yep. Oh no. This is the opening.
Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity. You're holding out for some romantic life. Maybe you'll wake up in a world.
Oh, I love this. These two. Oh, look at Wise. And Penny. I still can't believe it. John. With the different hair. Oh, Tyrion. Man, this is so perfect. I can't even put into words how much I enjoyed this first episode. I think, I don't know, in terms of watching the first episode of each volume, I think the excitement for this one was the biggest one so far. I mean, this first episode was just perfect. And I was totally not expecting Penny to just appear again. I mean, she was gone since volume 3, since episode 9. And everyone at that point was like thinking if she could like come back or not. I mean, she was a robot. So maybe they could like figure out a way, and I mean this was the way. They basically managed to retrieve the core and rebuild her. So she's basically the same Penny, but like with different, just with a different design. Of course, she's like totally like rebuilt. She has like this new design, and man, it's just like so amazing. I mean, she already looked good. I mean, she was already like really cute and all of that, but we never saw Penny with like this new animation. I mean, this animation, like this different style, was only implemented in volume 4. So we never got the chance to see her with a different type of animation. And just seeing this, man, it was like just so perfect. Like I can't even put into words how much I enjoyed this moment. I was just so like blown away. When I saw those lasers, I was wondering like some sort of one of those robots, of course. But to actually be Penny, and she, I mean, just before I was like wondering. The guy was telling that he heard a lot of things about this Team RWBY from his doctor. And I was like wondering, who is his doctor? But I started thinking that it could be Penny, mostly because he gave this idea, of course, that he was the one building all of those technology, and like he was the one fixing, and he was probably the one who built those like glasses or those devices for Maria's eyes. And it gave also the idea that he was the one who built that Yang's arm. He was like really impressed about how she painted the arm herself. And yeah, this is basically the guy creating all of this technology. And at that point, I was like wondering, maybe he was the one who built Penny as well. And I think this is the confirmation, basically. So yeah, it's just like really insane. What happened in this episode is just insane. For me, it's the best first episode there was. Like, to be honest, I can't really compare to the first episode of Volume One because it was the first one. So the excitement is like already like really big because it's starting. But I mean, this first episode was just phenomenal, and to be able to see Penny again after so much time, I can only imagine, and not only imagine, I mean, whenever this goes on YouTube and people start uploading all of these reactions, I can't wait to start watching them as well. I mean, it's going to be so awesome to watch other people reacting to her appearance like once again. I mean, the community is going to be crazy about this. Like it's probably something. Maybe some people were expecting her to like to appear again, but I don't think anyone had any idea that she could actually like join this soon. Like right in episode one, they make this huge revelation, and it was just insane. And this also like reminds me, we lost Penny in Volume 3, but we also lost Pyrrha, as sad as it makes me to say it. And I don't know if I already said, but Pyrrha, Weiss, and Blake are probably my favorites from this show. And I mean, I was really devastated when I learned, not learned, when I saw Pyrrha dying, when I realized that she was actually gone. Man, I just couldn't believe that one of my favorite characters, and at that point she was probably my favorite, that she was like gone like that, and it really made me like hate Cinder so much from that point. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know if it's possible. I don't even know how it would be done. But if we could see Pyrrha with this animation as well, like somehow in some sort of scene, I don't really care if it's like a new design or something like that. But if it eventually happens, I'm going to be so happy. And I don't know, it's probably going to be really hard for that to happen, considering like all of this story. And I don't know, it wouldn't make much sense for her to be back unless something like what happened to Ospin like happened with her. But yeah, it's still like something to think about. And again, I'm just like really amazed by these first episodes. We already noticed so many changes in the animation and in the quality of all of these like the light effects on them. And I started that first in their hair. Like you could see the light eating their hair and creating that effect. So from that point, I already knew that this animation was going to be at least like better than the Volume 6. I mean, Volume 6 was already really good, but as soon as I started watching this, I instantly noticed that the animation was so much better, and they did like an amazing job so far. So we also know that they didn't make the Chibi series this year, and I think they mentioned that they wanted to skip it so they can like put more time into the main series, so they could like give us this type of quality, like a better quality. And I must say that so far they impressed me a lot, and I mean, they did a really good job, and I'm so happy for them. And yeah, like I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's going to be as as it happened with the previous volumes. We're going to have to wait each week to watch every episode. I mean, that's basically what happens with every airing anime. So we just have like to wait and see what happens in the next episodes. I don't know if it's going to be in the next one that they get these new outfits. it's going to be interesting to see like what happens if they're actually going to meet Ironwood and Winter. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a really interesting volume, and I also don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like it's probably going to be around 13 episodes again. But I'm not sure. They might change that at any time. I'm just like used to the previous volumes being around that size. So yeah, again, I really love this, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to these episodes. It was really, really fun to finally be able to react to an episode of RWBY. As I said at the start of this video, it was one of my biggest objectives when I started creating these type of videos, and I always wanted to finally be able to react to this like to an episode of RWBY. I already reacted to the Volume 6 soundtrack and to the trailers, but I mean, I always wanted to do a reaction to the main series, and I'm like so happy to finally be able to react to one, and I can't wait to react to the rest of these episodes, to the rest of the Volume 7, and I really hope it's a volume that at least makes people more happy about this series, because I mean, I don't really go and look too much at what the community thinks about the series, but I know that there's some like it's really like divided. Kind of makes me remember like the song, but yeah, it's like there's these people who are actually okay with what's happening, and then there's like the other people who are like not really happy with how they're making things and all of that. I mean, that always happens with everything, but I always try like to stay away from that, and I really just want to enjoy what they want to show us. And so far, I have enjoyed everything. I mean, they put so much work into this series, and we should like just be thankful that they still create this series, and that they were able to overcome one of the most painful moments in the history of Rooster Teeth, which was when Monty Hume died. And I mean, from that point, everyone was devastated, and I learned about that sometime later, and I was like really sad about that, since he won't be able to see how big this masterpiece has become. And I'm just happy that these guys managed to overcome that situation, and it was like a way to honor him, to create, and to like to be able to keep developing all of this story and doing all of these volumes. I mean, we can only imagine like their emotions and what they went through when making all of these volumes. I mean, I believe they still like remember. I mean, everyone remembers Monty Hume, like that's for sure. But the thing I want to say is that it's always in their minds that they're doing this with Monty Hume on their heads all the time. I mean, it's a great thing, and it's a great way to honor him, to complete this masterpiece that he created. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just like really thankful for everything, and so far I'm really happy for everything they've done. This series means a lot to me, that's for sure, and I can't wait to see how like where this goes and how it ends. But yeah, one episode at a time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the first episode of RWBY, the Volume 7. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the next episode, so see ya!